mentioned briefly that doing a bit of audience profiling as part of that, the Rocky platform. Like, what's that about? What do you do with that? What do you see clients doing with it?
So we originally did it on the hypothesis of one client's their web traffic, because they had huge volume, low conversion, and they didn't know who was on their site. I think it's like 80, 90, 100,000 users unique a month. And the hypothesis was like, I just don't think you're bringing in a lot of the right people. Your SEO team, like, this is the great thing about SEO. Like, I've brought in loads of traffic, done my job, great stuff. And you're like, okay, there is a lot of traffic there. Why aren't we converting? And the next thing marketers do is go, okay, let's look at conversion software or tests and things like that. And that's a natural kind of moving up and down the funnel, trying to make things work better. But the hypothesis we had was, I just don't think you're bringing in the right people. I think you're bringing in quite low level students, basically, who are trying to just do like research. So we essentially introduced that into Rocky to solve one client's problem, because I was like, you need to find out who you were appealing to. So that actually solved their problem. I mean, like, straight away, we're like, we were right. Like 40-50% of all traffic to your site is students who are doing research for college, university. But they also love your content, which is great. But like, probably not who you're trying to influence. But at that point, it was a case of, okay, we've actually landed on something here. Like, I think, well, we started splitting out how they find out more about their audience. So they are one of the first who went with understanding seniority and function. So they're like, okay, I want to know like what that split is of people who are in, I don't know, HR, ops, business, tech, whatever. And then how senior are they? So they now get really distinct trends. First of all, at a holistic level, and they go, look, we know 30% of the audience is the ideal ICP, their HR ops, and those types of people, and this kind of level of seniority. And then they can start to get really granular with that and go, well, I can go down to content and keyword level. Like, if that keyword brings in the highest, like the most celebrated piece of content that we got that gets 20,000 uniques a month, that's from students though. Like, so maybe let's not worry about that as much. But you can go down to that level where it's like, oh, who is reading that most important piece of content? Which part of the decision-making unit am I actually influencing? And it leads on to optimization possibilities where it's like, do you know what? I know this piece of content over here doesn't have the highest volume. It might be quite low ranking, but it gets high rating, but it's influencing the right people. Maybe we really need to work out how we push that up for SEO, because we're getting the right traffic. And I know I'm influencing people, so I can prioritize that. And conversely, low ranking, low rating content, you might be like, okay, we probably need to improve the quality of that. And one example we get quite a lot is some of the content is it's pitched too low for, like, it's not senior enough. But it's solving very basic keyword questions, like what is X, what is the L. It doesn't, for a senior decision maker, they're like, I know that, it's like, you need to kind of do more. So there's different ways you can play with it, but yeah, the introduction of audience insights was a happy accident for the platform, but yeah, really useful use case.